Good evening, everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Welcome to the regularly scheduled Thursday night webinar. We thank you for joining us and taking out the time to have this conversation with us. Tonight we have as our guest Mr. Tony Brayboy from Matrix Wealth, LLC, and he is here to share with us this evening. We're going to talk about creating wealth, but we're also going to really focus tonight on how to prevent losses, which are critically important, why people are taking losses, and how to stay out of that particular trap, and how to avoid overpaying taxes long term. And so without further ado, because we're going to be on this call for 60 minutes and we're going to try to take some calls at the end. We're going to try to take, some questions at the end of this webinar. Please feel free at the bottom of your screen if you have some questions. Please feel free to put them in the chat box. I will be able to see them, and we will address them toward the end of the webinar. So without further ado, I would like to introduce to you Mr. Tony Brayboy from Matrix Wealth, LLC.
Hey, thanks, Mark. Good evening, everyone. Tonight I want to share some thoughts and ideas that can be extremely beneficial for those who seize the opportunity presented tonight. Oftentimes we look at what's happening today as it relates to our finances and the economy. However, it's important to step back and look at the past and then step into the future in order to make meaningful financial decisions. Mark, let's look at the past decade, if you could just forward, please. If you could take a look at what's happened since 1999 and just look at oil prices, the Dow Jones, basically the S&P 500, both of those are stock market measurements, median household income, and then the unemployment rate. And at the end of the day, over the last 10 years, we've basically gone nowhere. Except unemployment is almost double what it was 10 years ago. And of course, we all know about the catastrophe that we faced with real estate. And many of us have lost tremendous value in our homes. So the last 10 years or so, as far as I'm concerned financially, the country has gone nowhere. Next slide, Mark. So we take a little snapshot of the past, and then we need to step into the future. And the way we do that is to take a look at what's looming over the horizon. And I don't think many people realize that starting January 1st of this year, 10,000 baby boomers will turn 65 every day for the next 19 years. And I really want you to think about that for just a second. Every single day, this country will be required to support an extra 10,000 people in the way of Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, all of the entitlement programs that we are well aware of. The second thing that we need to understand is that the government debt is over $14 trillion. And, we're so used to seeing these numbers tossed around that I think people really don't pay attention to it. But $14 trillion, and that debt is growing by $4 billion per day. That's just mind-blowing as far as I'm concerned. And as we move forward to this next bullet here, and then starting in 2012, that's just next year, the government will be spending $1 billion a day in interest to service our debt.